Happy National Public Gardens Week. I'm Diana, the Director of Public Programs at Historic London Town and Gardens. As you can see, I'm not at London Town because we're all socially distancing too, but we didn't want to miss the opportunity to celebrate with you. So, when you think of a garden, what comes to mind? Is it flowers or trees? As every gardener knows, there is an unsung hero of every garden, and that's dirt. Now, you may be asking yourself, where does dirt come from? No? Is that just me? Well, if you think of a forest in fall, think of all of those leaves falling down to the forest floor, all of the little critters walking across, underneath all of that, all of our decomposers hard at work that work the mushrooms, all of the bugs and the bacteria. They're all just breaking down all of that organic matter to make a lovely new layer of soil. Soil is the product of the decomposition of organic material. And not all soil is the same. Soils vary wildly in their composition and in the nutrients that exist in them. And some soil is not so great for gardening. So you may have a bed in your garden that just isn't doing really well. And you may have gone to a store and bought some commercial fertilizer. And these fertilizers work really, really well. But did you know that you can create your own fertilizer at home from material that you already have? So a lot of folks are familiar with a compost bin. They're generally a fairly large pile of grass clippings and yard waste and other material that you might find outside, and they work by heat. There is a ton of material, it all comes together, the bacteria inside generate a lot of heat and it breaks that material down. But that's a long process and it really needs a large bulk of grass clippings and whatnot to really break everything down. So that works well if you live in a large space or maybe if you have a farm, but for a lot of us who live in smaller spaces or really just don't want a giant pile of decomposing plant matter in our backyard, there is a smaller, scalable compost bin that works with the power of some of our wiggly little friends, the earthworms. So these are two vermicompost or vermiculture bins. Lots of people just call them worm bins because they work with the magic of our tiny worm friends. So you can see this is just a pretty standard Rubbermaid container. Has a whole lot of drainage and aeration holes in it, but is otherwise just a bin full of what looks like grass and dirt. So into your vermicompost bin, you can put all sorts of kitchen scraps that you may have. So we have some garlic skin, we have some banana peels, we have some tea bags, it's lavender and chamomile. It's very calming during these times. So you go ahead, you toss those right on in. In addition, we use a lot of our yard waste, so we have some dried leaves, we have some dried grasses and twigs. Now, this material can be most anything from your backyard, but you are going to want to make sure that it is fully dead before you use it. So these materials from your kitchen are really full of nitrogen. This is your Vegas buffet for your worms. They're so excited when you toss this in. This is what they really like to eat. But if you put too much in, your worms cannot digest everything you put in there, and it starts to get slimy or stinky, and that's pretty unpleasant. These materials are full of carbon, so this is more like the dietary fiber of your compost bin, and it slows down the process of decomposition. So as you're tossing those materials in there, it slows down that nitrogen process. But if you put too much in there, it slows it down too much and nothing really happens. So if you're finding that your worm bin is a little slimy or stinky, go ahead and toss in some leaves. And if you feel like nothing's happening, go ahead and toss in a couple more veggies and see what you find. After you toss it in, just go ahead, give it a good old stir. And that's really all there is to it. You can stir it once a week, or if you're bored and stuck home in quarantine, you can stir it every day. So while we're looking through here, we can find some old things in a variety of states of decomposition, so you can tell what I've been eating. We've got some great eggshells. We have a pepper. And like any good millennial, we have a whole lot of avocado. So we toss all of that right on in. And then we just go ahead, let's find some of our worm friends. Now, they're a little bit shy. They did not agree to be Instagram influencers, but here we have it. Just some of our great wiggly friends who are making that garden gold for us, but who are clearly unhappy to be in this position. So thank you for everything that you do. You can go back home. They're trying to socially distance too, so they don't love that I just put them all together in one big handful. We'll cover them back up to give them a nice home.
After the scraps and leaves have been stirred, the worms go to work. They eat what you've given them and then process it right on out. Over time, that process of decomposition creates a fertilizer that's rich in nutrients and which has kept your food scraps out of a landfill.
So there you have it. A worm bin is an easy, scalable way of making your own organic fertilizer at home that you can use in your flower beds or your vegetable gardens. Put it on your lawn. You can even turn it into something called compost tea that you can use as a liquid fertilizer anywhere where it's not convenient to use a solid. So, thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any interest in doing more about worm bins when we are able to open up at London Town, because we have so much more that we would love to teach you. For now, stay safe, wash your hands, especially if you just dug through worm poop, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.